With UniClear potentially being on the horizon and the community growing ever more day by day, I think it's time someone delves into the Hollow Knight to make a few lore videos. Despite still being relatively niche, the game has a lot of interesting characters and background information to compile. That's why today we'll be looking at the infamous Harvester of Greed, Gordeau. In a sharp contrast to his current demeanor, Gordeau is quite the problem child in his youth. He wasn't terrible, but he wasn't really great either. He often found himself avoiding school and wandering around the city of Kanzakai. During one of these walks, he entered a bar out of boredom. The barmaster took a liking to the young Gordeau, and one day, after a few visits, he trusted him with the bar, telling him, "You can take care of this place from now on. You'd better not let it fold before I return." Though things were a bit tough at first, Gordeau managed to keep the place afloat despite the bar being in a more seedy area of town. In fact, he was quite satisfied with his position and was ready to work there until he died. Things seemed pretty peaceful for a time, until one night, after closing up shop, Gordeau was attacked by a void. We're not sure what exactly happened afterwards, but Gordeau managed to survive and came away an incredibly powerful in-birth. Soon afterwards, he joined up with two other in-births named Hilda and Chaos. As the trio fought alongside each other in the Hollow Knight, more and more people joined their ranks until they became a full-fledged organization named Amnesia. A fourth person eventually got added into Gordeau's friend circle named Roger. He had been an avid patron of the bar for some time, but Gordeau had only really started bonding with him after he realized that they were both in-births. After many nights of chatting and drinking together, the pair quickly grew close as friends. Roger was also quite warmly received by Chaos and Hilda, and he went alongside them to fight in the Hollow Knight on occasion. During one of these operations, however, Roger received a wound that robbed him of his powers as an in-birth, and as a result, avoided the Hollow Knight for a long time. However, at the request of Gordeau, he participates in Amnesia's battle against a rival gang called the Bankikai. The operation goes quite well, with Amnesia securing the victory. However, Roger came too close to the Abyss, a place that appears in the center of the Hollow Knight that is an infinite fountain of Exis. He quickly mutated into a Void Fallen and lost his sanity, attacking everything around him wildly. During the conflict, Gordeau tries to bring Roger back to his senses with no avail. Just before Roger delivers the killing blow, however, the Crimson Knight, Wagner, who happened to be in the area, slays Roger. After this event, Gordeau goes into a deep month-long depression, and during this time he leaves Amnesia to hunt down Wagner in return for killing his friend. Gordeau has a very laid-back and cool demeanor in contrast to his intimidating looks. He has a very sharp sense of humor and rarely lets things get to him. However, he also has a short patience for unreasonable people, as shown when he deals with Yuzuriha and her antics. Although he left Amnesia, he harbors no ill will to his former comrades and is still quite loyal to them, especially Chaos, who he is currently leeching off of, and even shares a battle theme with. He also takes a break from his goal of avenging Roger in order to stop Hilda in her power-hungry state during his arcade mode. He carries a bit of a complex over Roger's death though, as he feels as though he was responsible for his friend's transformation and should have been the one to deal the mercy kill. As a result, he can't help but feel a burning anger whenever Wagner is mentioned. He knows that defeating her won't bring back Roger. However, he doesn't know any other way to vent his frustrations besides taking it out on Wagner. In fact, his hatred for Wagner is so deep that he actually has different voice lines for his specials if he's facing Wagner in-game, which no other character has. personality is also well represented in a smart bit of visual storytelling. He's a laid-back guy who would rather sit back and enjoy the fight, so he holds back by not using his claws for any move but his assimilation command grab and his infinite worth EX. Not only that, but he only swings his scythe around with one hand, and only breaks that trend for his infinite worth EX where he's going out on the opponent. Another added bit is that he mainly only uses that scythe for hooking the opponent in from further away and beating them with his punches and kicks. Funny enough, if you notice, he's noted to be quite reckless in combat, which actually plays into his moves that leave him wide open and unsafe on block. His powers as an inbirth manifest in the form of the powerful Exis of Greed, which show up as long purple claws on his right hand called Snatcher, which he can use to steal pieces of the opponent's soul, or, in-game, steal a block of grid from the opponent. He can also summon his signature weapon, Demon Sickle Devourer, from thin air. Gordeau's concept was conceived in the middle of the game's development when the development team decided that they lacked a cool old man character. They used the key elements of purple, claws, and long coat. His ability to steal was considered from the beginning, however he only used his claws and fists originally. In order to prevent him from being low tier, in order to fit better in a game with a 16:9 ratio, they gave him a scythe late in development to increase his range. Gordeau is debatably the most popular character in the entire series, and is often more well known than the game itself. He's often joked to be the real protagonist of the game by the development team, in fact, despite Hyde serving the official role. Whether it's his cool design and personality or his damn near busted kit, Gordeau has definitely made his mark on the anime fighting game community, for generations to come. Thank you for watching the video. I'm very new to making videos and things like that. This is the first time I've actually scripted out a video and edited it and recorded it and everything. So tell me what you think in the comments below. I know my audio isn't really the best, but I manage. Anyways though, I plan to do more content, so subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.